Moving on now as the fallout continues after friendly fire from Syrian Air Defenses responding to Israeli airstrikes hit a Russian plane and killed everyone on board. Who's to blame? Well, it depends on who you ask. RT correspondent Dan Cohen is in the RT newsroom with more. What's the latest, Dan?
Well, the war on Syria is all but over, but the incident Monday night demonstrates the potential for it to reignite into something far greater. What we do know, a Russian IL-20 was shot down by Syrian government S-200 anti-aircraft missiles, killing all 15 crew members on board. It was mistaken for Israeli F-16 fighter jets who had just bombed Syrian army positions near the coastal city of Latakia. According to Russia, it was Israel who was using the Russian plane as a shield of sorts that's at fault for the incident.
The Israeli pilots used the Russian plane as cover against the Syrian air defense systems. As a result, the Russian IL-20 was brought down by a Syrian air defense missile. There's no way the Israeli pilots could not have seen the Russian plane.
The Israeli military is pointing the finger at the Syrian government, Iran, and Hezbollah.
Israel holds the Assad regime, whose military shot down the Russian plane, fully responsible for this incident.
Now, Tel Aviv is making no apologies for its bombing run. This isn't the first time Israel has targeted Syria. In the last year and a half, Israel has launched 800 missiles on 200 different sites in Syria. The U.S. military, for its part, says it didn't have any information about the incident.
Can you comment at all on the shoot down of the Russian jet yesterday and whether or not the U.S. had any visibility in it over a deconfliction line or any other means?
As far as I'm tracking terror, we did not. The coalition was not involved with this.
Did you have any visibility into it as it was happening through either your own radar or through the deconfliction line?
We did not, that I'm tracking.
But that didn't stop the U.S. from joining the Israelis in blaming Iran for the downing of the Russian plane.
If Russia is interested in bringing peace to Syria, it should make sure Iran and its militias leave Syria once and for all. The risk of a broader conflict will leave with them. Iran is responsible for creating the Syria we see today.
So while Israel and its ally in Washington point the finger at Iran, the Syrian government itself says Israel is at fault.
We condemn this new act of Israeli aggression against my country. The UN Security Council must bring Israel to account for its violation of international law. Israel attacked Syria twice this week, but apparently some are unaware of that.
President Putin is playing it safe, calling the downing of the Russian plane a tragic mistake.
This situation is different from the one when a Turkish jet shot down our plane. Back then, Turkey intentionally shot down the aircraft, but now it looks like a chain of accidental events.
It's a much different tone from Russia's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, who recently said the downing of the plane is both reckless and unfriendly. He went on to say that Russia will take all necessary measures to protect its servicemen. So while an escalation between nuclear powers has been narrowly avoided for now, it's a stark reminder of how quickly any incident in this crowded theater can escalate to confrontation between nuclear powers and spell a disaster for humanity. Dan Cohen for In Question.
Thanks a lot, Dan.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.